Welcome back to the Legion training series. I wanted to take you through in this video how to create an organization inside of Legion. Now, an organization is distinguished by having owners or managers inside that organization. Owners and managers have permissions or rights given to them to be able to do a number of things, a couple of which are to be able to manipulate that area, to be able to create boundaries for that area or organization, as well as invite other owners, members, or managers inside of that organization as well. Organizations are typically going to be made up of sales engines, large companies, regional areas, sometimes even just a sales area. And I'll go through and give you an example of how that will work. As you'll remember, along the top nav bar up here, we have the organization and territory, we have the people or members function, we have the layers, and then we have the search bar up along the top. Obviously, for this video, we're going to be focused here on organizations. Now, you'll notice that for myself personally, I've been assigned the Data Reef organization. I've been assigned as an owner to that. You'll also notice that inside this organization, you'll see what the parameters or the boundaries of that organization are just in the little window here. And you'll recognize, obviously, the United States of America, including Alaska and Hawaii. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Data Reef organization. And inside that Data Reef organization, you're going to notice right off the bat a couple of things. First of all, you're going to notice there is a sub-organization. I'll talk more about that here in just a minute, as well as a territory inside of that sub-organization or organization of Data Reef. You'll see a number of other things here. You'll see a team, and inside the Data Reef organization, you'll see we have a number of people contained on that team there. It also categorizes them by owner, manager, and members inside that team, inside that organization. And then you'll find statistics. Obviously, right now, the statistics are here for demo data, but it gives you quick access to a number of just those key metrics that you may want in an instant on that Data Reef organization. Now, I'm going to go back to the contains of that organization and show you the little bar over here with the three dots, the stack nav on this side. If I click on that, I'm able to do a number of things. First of all, that organization, I'm able to edit that organization. So again, Data Reef organization, I'm going to click edit. When I click on edit that organization, it brings up the parameters of that organization and how we've had that set up. You'll see that there are multiple owners with an avatar or an image there, managers, 2 managers, 27 members, and we've already talked about the boundaries. Now, I'm not going to change this currently, so I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. If I did make changes, obviously at that point I would just click finish and the changes would be saved. It would allow me to do that because, again, I am an owner in the Data Reef organization. And then what I'd like to do is show you again in the stack bar here how we can go ahead and do a new sub-organization. So inside of Data Reef, I want to create a new sub-organization. So I'm going to put down test organization, and I'm going to show you how to create that inside of the organization of Data Reef. Now, again, owners, I'm going to click on a couple of owners. I'm going to go ahead and click Kyle and Fernando. We're going to let them be owners. Managers, we're not going to have any members. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click Landon and John Doe, and they're going to be members inside of that sub-organization. Then I'm going to click boundaries of that sub-organization. Now again, this test organization may be a region for me if I'm a sales engine, and I know that I've been given Washington, I've been given Oregon, I've been given Washington, and I've been given, I think that's Tennessee. We'll go ahead and do that right there. So what you'll notice is, as I've clicked on that, we've all of a sudden started to get some of the basic metrics on those areas. Now, the data is not currently loaded in here, so this is just demo data. But what will be reflected here are the total number of homes selected inside of those areas, as well as the shapes and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. Now I've created a new test organization. I'm going to click on that test organization, and you'll notice it brings me back to my pieces of that test organization. Now, at that point, I can see the team that I've done, and I can also go through and I can do new invitations. Now, these are not showing yet because these invitations are being sent out to these members. The members, before they can join that organization, are going to have to accept the email that says that they've been invited to that, and it helps to verify. Statistics as well, as you'll notice, we really don't have any activities done on that yet. And therefore we're reflecting zeros inside of that. So at this point, it's a really simple navigation. I can see that again, I can see all of my organizations, which for me is just one, Data Reef. I click inside of that. Again, we've created a test organization of, well, called it test organization. And then if I go back, we'll see that we have some of the other organizations and so forth that we've created inside of there. So that's how you set up organizations and sub-organizations. The next video, we're going to go ahead and talk about how to create territories. One quick note there before we do is you'll notice the difference between organizations, which are always going to be in blue. Again, if I click on this, my navigation is still blue, thus signifying that it is an organization. And then if I click on a territory, which we'll cover in the next video, it's all going to be orange. And that's it for now. We'll go ahead and cover territories next.